Imagine working your entire life, chasing deadlines, saving money, and planning endlessly for the future, only to discover that the real lessons of life reveal themselves only after retirement. The truth is, some things can never be understood in your 20s, 30s, or even 50s. They only become clear when you finally step away from the hustle, look back at the journey, and see life from a distance. And to make this journey truly enjoyable, we'll be covering this topic in 4 parts. Each part will take you deeper into the wisdom that people often realize too late, lessons that can transform the way you live today. So, let's begin with the first 4 life-changing truths. Lesson 1. Time becomes the most valuable currency. When we are young, money feels like the answer to everything. We work long hours, chase promotions, and even sacrifice personal happiness because we believe wealth equals success. But once retirement begins, a shocking realization sets in. Time is the real treasure. People in retirement often look back and wonder where the years went. The decades feel like a blur of rushed mornings, endless meetings, and postponed dreams. Suddenly, they see that missed dinners with family, skipped vacations, and moments sacrificed for work can never be replaced. You can always earn back money but never time. Presence with loved ones is worth far more than any paycheck. The richest moments are the ones you share, not the ones you spend. A retired teacher once said, "I wish I had spent more evenings reading bedtime stories to my children instead of correcting papers late at night." This truth echoes across countless lives. Time, not money, defines the richness of life. Lesson 2. Health is true wealth. There is an old saying, a healthy person has 1,000 wishes, but a sick person has only one. After retirement, this saying becomes painfully real. In youth, health is often taken for granted. You eat fast food, stay up late, and push your body beyond limits because you feel invincible. But when the body slows down in retirement, the truth surfaces. No amount of money can buy back good health. Many retirees regret not walking a little more each day, not choosing nutritious meals, or not managing stress earlier in life. They now realize that health is the foundation of freedom. Without it, even the dream of enjoying retirement feels incomplete. Simple joys, like playing with grandchildren, traveling, or gardening, are possible only when the body allows it. That's why retirees often say, invest in your health today because it pays the highest dividends tomorrow. Lesson 3. Relationships matter more than achievements. Throughout life, many people chase titles, recognition, and career success. But after retirement, no one remembers the job title you held or the awards you won. What people do remember is how you made them feel. For retirees, relationships become the greatest source of joy. Family bonds become priceless treasures. Old friendships, if nurtured, feel more valuable than gold. Companionship cures loneliness, which is one of the hardest battles after retirement. Looking back, many people regret prioritizing their careers over their families. They realize that while jobs end, relationships carry you through life. Think of it this way, nobody on their deathbed says, "I wish I had spent more time at the office." Instead, they say, "I wish I had spent more time with the people I loved." Retirement makes this lesson impossible to ignore. Lesson 4. Simplicity brings peace. In youth, the race is for more money, bigger houses, flashier cars, and the latest gadgets. But once people retire, they discover that happiness doesn't come from accumulation. It comes from simplicity. Owning less means fewer responsibilities and fewer worries. A smaller home often feels warmer and easier to manage. Simple daily routines, reading, walking, talking with friends, bring more satisfaction than luxury ever could. Many retirees laugh at how much energy they wasted chasing things they didn't really need. They realize that what truly matters is having enough. Enough comfort, enough love, and enough health. Everything beyond that is clutter. Simplicity is not about lacking, it's about freedom. Freedom from comparison, freedom from pressure, and freedom from the endless cycle of more. In retirement, this truth becomes crystal clear. Closing of part 1. So, in this first part, we've uncovered 4 powerful lessons that people only learn after retirement. Time is more valuable than money. Health is the real wealth. Relationships matter more than achievements. Simplicity brings peace. These may sound simple, but they carry life-changing wisdom. And the best part is, you don't need to wait until retirement to embrace them. You can start living differently today. In the next part, we'll explore even deeper truths, like why material success eventually loses its meaning, how gratitude transforms later years, and the surprising gift of slowing down. Stay tuned, because what's coming next might reshape the way you see your own future. Introduction to Part 2. In the first part of this series, we explored 4 lessons people only learn after retirement. That time is more valuable than money, health is true wealth, relationships matter more than achievements, and simplicity brings peace. But the journey doesn't end there. In this second part, we'll uncover 3 more powerful truths, lessons about material success, gratitude, and the unexpected gift of slowing down. These insights not only reshape the way retirees see life but also offer guidance for anyone who wants to live with deeper meaning today. Lesson 5. Material success eventually loses its shine. Throughout most of life, society tells us that success is measured by material possessions. Big houses, expensive cars, designer clothes, and luxury vacations. For decades, people worked tirelessly to acquire more, believing that these things define their worth. But after retirement, something surprising happens. The shine fades. The fancy car sits in the garage more than it's driven. The big house feels too empty without the kids around. The expensive watch doesn't matter when you no longer rush to meetings. Retirees often realize that material possessions don't provide lasting fulfillment. What seems so important in youth now feels like clutter. Instead, what brings joy is experiences, memories, and connections. A retired businessman once admitted, "I spent my life collecting things, but now I see that the only thing worth collecting are moments. Moments with family, moments of peace, moments that make me smile." The truth is, material success might impress others, but it rarely satisfies the soul. Lesson 6. Gratitude becomes the secret to happiness. One of the most profound lessons retirees learn is that happiness has less to do with what you have, and more to do with how you see what you have. When people slow down after retirement, they often begin to notice the small joys that were overlooked during the busyness of working life. The warmth of the morning sun. The laughter of grandchildren. A quiet cup of tea shared with a loved one. These simple moments, when viewed with gratitude, become sources of deep contentment. Studies on aging even show that those who practice gratitude daily tend to feel more positive, experience less stress, and enjoy better health in later years. Gratitude shifts the focus from what's missing to what's present, and that change transforms everything. Retirees often say, gratitude turns ordinary days into blessings and little things into joy. It's a lesson worth embracing early, because gratitude is free, and its rewards are endless. Lesson 7. The gift of slowing down. In today's world, speed is celebrated. Everyone wants faster results, quicker success, and instant gratification. But retirement introduces people to a different rhythm, the beauty of slowing down. At first, this slower pace feels strange, even uncomfortable. But soon, many retirees realize it is a gift. Slowing down allows them to truly listen to others instead of rushing conversations. Notice the beauty of nature that once went unseen. Enjoy hobbies like gardening, painting, or reading without feeling guilty about wasting time. Slowing down teaches an important truth. Life is not a race, it's a journey. And sometimes, the best way to enjoy the journey is to walk instead of run. A retired doctor once shared, "I used to rush through every meal, every holiday, every moment because I was always thinking of what's next. Retirement taught me to finally taste my food, hear the birds, and live in the now." The world may still run fast, but after retirement, people discover that real joy comes from slowing down. Closing of part 2. So in this second part, we've uncovered 3 more lessons that often come to light only after retirement. Material success eventually loses its shine. Gratitude becomes the secret to happiness. Slowing down is a gift, not a weakness. Together with the lessons from part 1, these truths remind us that life's deepest joys aren't found in wealth or speed. They're found in presence, gratitude, and the freedom to simply be. In part 3, we'll go even deeper, exploring how retirement changes the way people view purpose, legacy, and the meaning of giving back. These lessons may just redefine what you believe a successful life really is. Stay tuned. Introduction to part 3. So far in part 1 and part 2, we've discovered 7 powerful truths. That time is more valuable than money, health is true wealth, relationships matter more than achievements, simplicity brings peace, material success loses its shine, gratitude unlocks happiness, and slowing down is a gift. But the journey doesn't end there. In this part, we'll explore 2 more life-changing lessons. Truths about purpose and legacy, and the deep fulfillment that comes from giving back. These are the insights that give retirement meaning beyond leisure, transforming it into the most meaningful chapter of life. Lesson 8. Purpose doesn't retire with you. One of the biggest surprises retirees face is that the need for purpose never fades. Many people spend their working years dreaming of the day they can finally do nothing. But when that day comes, doing nothing doesn't feel as satisfying as expected. After the first few months of freedom, many retirees begin to feel a quiet emptiness. They miss the sense of contribution, the daily challenges, and the reason to get up each morning. That's when they realize, purpose is food for the soul. Some find new purpose in hobbies they never had time for before, painting, writing, gardening, or learning music. Others discover meaning in mentoring younger generations, sharing wisdom, or volunteering in their communities. For many, purpose shifts from building a career to nurturing relationships and making memories. A retired nurse once said, "I thought retirement meant resting, but I found that what I really needed was a reason to get up every day. Now, I volunteer at a local clinic and it gives me the same joy I felt when I first became a nurse." The lesson is clear. Purpose doesn't retire when you do. It simply changes shape. And finding that new sense of meaning is what keeps life vibrant. Lesson 9. Legacy matters more than possessions. Another powerful realization after retirement is that people stop thinking about what they can get and start thinking about what they will leave behind. This isn't just about money, it's about legacy. Legacy is the impact you leave on others, the values you teach your children, the kindness you show your community, the wisdom you pass down through stories. Retirees often realize that their possessions, cars, houses, jewelry, will eventually fade, be sold, or forgotten. But their influence, their love, and their character live on in the hearts of those they touched. Think about it. What do you remember most about your grandparents or elders? Chances are, it's not the things they owned but the lessons they taught, the warmth of their presence, and the example they set. One retiree expressed it beautifully, "I finally understood that my life's value isn't measured by what I own, but by the memories and values I leave behind for my family." This realization shifts focus from accumulating things to creating meaning. And in that shift, retirees often find a peace they never had before. Closing of Part 3. So in this part, we've discovered two profound lessons that give retirement deeper meaning. Purpose doesn't retire with you, it evolves. Legacy matters more than possessions. Together, they remind us that even after leaving behind careers and responsibilities, life continues to call for meaning and contribution. Retirement isn't an ending, it's a chance to redefine what truly matters and to leave a mark that lasts longer than a lifetime. In the fourth and final part, we'll uncover the last lesson, perhaps the most powerful of all. It's a truth about acceptance, peace, and the ultimate wisdom that only comes with age. You won't want to miss it. Introduction to Part 4. In Parts 1, 2, and 3, we uncovered 9 powerful lessons, truths about time, health, relationships, simplicity, material success, gratitude, slowing down, purpose, and legacy. Now we've arrived at the final chapter. And this last lesson may be the most profound of all. It's the wisdom that ties everything together, a truth that gives retirees the peace they've been searching for their entire lives. Let's explore the 10th and final lesson people only learn after retirement. Lesson 10. Acceptance brings true peace. The last great lesson of retirement is acceptance. After decades of striving, comparing, chasing, and regretting, retirees often come to a place where they finally say, "This is my life. And it is enough." Acceptance means letting go of the battles that no longer matter. Accepting that youth is behind you but wisdom is your new strength. Accepting that not every dream was fulfilled, but many beautiful things still happened. Accepting that mistakes were made but they don't define you. Accepting that life is finite, and that makes every moment more precious. This acceptance doesn't mean giving up. It means embracing life as it is, imperfect, unpredictable, and yet profoundly meaningful. Many retirees describe this stage as the most peaceful chapter of their lives. They no longer feel the pressure to compete or prove themselves. They don't chase the approval of others. Instead, they live with a quiet confidence, a gratitude for the present, and a deep appreciation for simply being alive. One retiree said it perfectly, "I spent my whole life chasing happiness, but only after retirement did I realize it was always here. I just needed to accept it." Acceptance transforms retirement from a period of decline into a season of wisdom. It allows people to finally rest, not just physically but emotionally and spiritually. The full circle of wisdom. When you put all 10 lessons together, a beautiful picture emerges. Time is more valuable than money. Health is true wealth. Relationships matter more than achievements. Simplicity brings peace. Material success eventually loses its shine. Gratitude becomes the secret to happiness. Slowing down is a gift. Purpose doesn't retire with you. Legacy matters more than possessions. Acceptance brings true peace. These aren't just lessons for the retired, they're lessons for all of us. The tragedy is that many people only discover them at the very end of their lives. But the gift is that we can choose to learn from their wisdom now, while there's still time to change the way we live. Closing of Part 4, Final Message. Retirement is not the end of the road. It's a mirror that shows us the truths we often ignore in the rush of living. These 10 lessons are not about age, they're about life itself. The sooner we embrace them, the sooner we begin to live with real freedom, joy, and peace. So don't wait until retirement to realize what matters most. Start today. Cherish your time, protect your health, nurture your relationships, live simply and accept life as it is. Because in the end, these aren't just lessons for the retired. They're lessons for all of us right now. Astros.